I'm diving into some of the wildest, most bizarre stories out there, and I'm going to see if I can prove whether they're real or just total fabrications. You know, we've all heard those stories that make you go, wait, what? Did that really happen? And more often than not, we're left wondering, is this for real, or is someone just messing with me? That's exactly what we're going to explore today. Are these bizarre stories based on fact, or are they just cleverly crafted fiction? I think we've all been in that situation where someone tells you a story that sounds completely unbelievable, but they swear it's true. And you're left thinking, okay, how much of this is exaggerated, and how much of it actually happened? It's tough to know what to believe, especially when the story itself is so incredible. We've all got that one friend who's always spinning these wild yarns, and you're never quite sure what to make of them. But that's exactly what makes these stories so fascinating. We're wired to be curious, and when we hear something that seems too good, or too outlandish, to be true, our minds start racing. We want to know more, we want to learn more, and we want to figure out what's real and what's not. So, that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to dive into some of the most bizarre stories out there, and we're going to see if we can separate fact from fiction. So, what makes a story believable? Is it the details, the context, the witnesses? Or is it just our own willingness to believe in something that seems too amazing to be true? That's what we're going to explore in the stories we're about to share. Okay, let's dive into our first story. This one's a doozy. Back in the 1950s, a small town in the United States reported a series of bizarre occurrences, UFO sightings, crop circles, and even alien encounters. The stories were so widespread and so detailed that they attracted national attention. But were they real, or was it all just a bunch of small-town hooey? Next up, we've got a story from Japan about a mysterious creature that was rumored to be lurking in the depths of a local lake. The story goes that this creature was seen by multiple people, and even photographed, but no one could ever quite explain what it was or where it came from. Was it a hoax, or did something truly inexplicable happen in that lake? And then there's the story of the cursed film. Apparently, back in the 1920s, a film crew was working on a horror movie when they stumbled upon an ancient artifact that was said to be cursed. The story goes that everyone who worked on that film met with disastrous consequences, accidents, illnesses, even death. But was it just a series of unfortunate coincidences, or was something truly supernatural at play? But the story that really takes the cake is this one. It's about a small town in South America where the townspeople claim to have witnessed a series of miracles, people healing from serious illnesses, objects moving on their own, and even ghostly apparitions. The story was so convincing that it attracted pilgrims from all over the world, but were these miracles real, or was it all just a clever ruse? The most shocking part of this story is that it was all allegedly documented by the local church, and even has photographs to back it up. But what really gets me is that the church's own investigation concluded that these miracles were, in fact, real. But how can that be possible? Were these people just caught up in mass hysteria, or did something truly inexplicable happen in that town? As we've explored these bizarre stories, one thing's become clear: the line between reality and myth is a whole lot blurrier than we might think. We've seen stories that are so incredible, they're hard to believe, but at the same time, they're so well documented, they're hard to dismiss. And that's exactly what makes them so fascinating. So, which story did you find the most unbelievable? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to check out my other videos for more intriguing content.